4 words Twins fans have been waiting to hear all off-season. Nelson Cruz is back. That, and an important message from new shortstop Andrelton Simmons, are among the topics coming up on today's Twins Update. Call him what you want. Boomstick? Napper-in-Chief? Team Dad? Well, here's another thing you can call Nelson Cruz, a Minnesota Twin. Late Tuesday night, the Twins and the 40-year-old DH agreed to a 1-year, $13 million deal pending a physical, finally reuniting the sides after an off-season of mutual interest. Now, Cruz is, of course, the team's home run and OPS leader for the last 2 seasons, and he's also the unquestioned leader of the clubhouse that won back-to-back American League Central championships. It took a while to get done, especially considering the uncertainty around the universal DH, but what matters is that it is finally done, and Nelly Cruz will be back in Minnesota in 2021. With Cruz back in the fold and Andrelton Simmons officially a Minnesota Twin, the club appears to have filled most of its offensive needs over the last 2 weeks. Here's how it all fits together. Cruz, of course, returns to locking down the DH spot, while Simmons slides in at starting shortstop. That moves 2019 All-Star starter Jorge Polanco to second base. He's been a below-average defender at shortstop, but the Twins feel he could be a real asset to them, considering his shortstop skill set will now man second base. That pushes Luis Arraez to the vacant utility role, and he should see plenty of time still at second base, third base, left field, and maybe even some shortstop. Though he might get slightly fewer at-bats than he would over the course of a normal starting gig in a season. Also keep in mind that Arraez has a history of knee issues, and some more measured usage might help him stay on the field. What remains then? Well, the Twins roster has gradually shaped into form, but there's still a big remaining need in the bullpen. The club has lost Matt Wisler, Tyler Clippard, Sergio Romo, and Trevor May to free agency over the course of the offseason, and has only added Hansel Robles. Now, there are many young prospects in the fold that could fill some of those voids, and keep an eye on Edouard Colina in particular, but there's still probably a need for extra experience, and that's something to keep an eye on over the coming days and weeks as spring training nears. It takes strength and courage to come forward and frame a public discussion around one's own experiences and mental health. And that's what new Twins shortstop Andrelton Simmons did in an article by Jeff Fletcher of the Orange County Register on Tuesday. In that article, Simmons details the struggles with depression and thoughts of suicide that caused him to opt out of the final week of the 2020 regular season. Quote, "Most people carry scars that others can't see or understand," Simmons wrote as part of that story. Thank you for sharing, Andrelton, and if you haven't done so, please read that story. This has been today's Twins Update. I'm Do Hyung Park for MLB.com.